Hello, everyone. Welcome to PrepBee. And I'm delighted to have the opportunity to host Aseema today. Aseema is a standout from the 22-24 batch at XIMB, and she's an expert in conquering the case competitions. With victories like Mondelez and a finalist of Z5 TVEF Pictures Hunt, her achievements speak volumes. And it's my pleasure to say that she has won over 25 case competitions, and today she is here to guide us and show the path to win the case comps. So, a warm welcome to Aseema. How are you feeling today?
Hello, everyone. I'm feeling very excited. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to share whatever the things that I learned throughout these years. And I'm grateful for my seniors and everyone who guided me throughout. And really the importance of the right guidance is there in this case competition. And I whatever I learned in this period of time, I'm happy to share with you all. And I hope this will help you somewhere in life, getting some opportunities or getting something out of it. It will be it will be very much happiness to me, and also a great pleasure to present in front of you all. So yeah, I'm excited. Hope everyone is excited too.
Yeah, the numbers speaks. Everyone is excited here. And just to lay some context, we have a good mix of audience, who are preparing for CAT, or the ones joining B school this year, or the ones who are already in their first year. So there are going to be a lot of questions. And I ask you to please share your screen, and now we can start this.
Sure, definitely. Please confirm if this screen is visible or not once.
Yeah, sure. It's
Is it
visible.
visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So should I start?
Yeah, you can.
So guys, welcome everyone to the session, and these are the some of the case competition I took part and went to this final or won some of the case competitions. Basically, the session I really want it to be interactive. If you guys having any question anytime, please do ask, raise your hands, or you can ask the questions towards the end of the session. I'll be very much happy to answer. If not fully convinced answer, but at least whatever I learned, I will try to answer them. So a little bit
Yeah,
about
just a
myself.
second.
I'm Aseema. Yeah,
We'll have a
please go
question
ahead.
and yeah, we'll have a doubt clearing session at the end because in between it will cause a lot of disturbance. So last 15 minutes we'll have for the doubt clearing session.
Sure, sure. We'll go in that order only.
Yeah.
So, okay. So a little bit about myself. My undergraduation is from BSc Agriculture, and I completed my MBA in Human Resource Management. But in case competition, always take part in a varieties of the case competition. Like you can see on the screen, these are the these are the case competition I took part and got into the top 4 or 5 position, or sometimes into the top 3 positions also. Some of them are from the marketing, some of them are from the consulting case competition, and also from the other case competitions, like strategy and sociological factors and everything. So let's talk about the other things. One second, my screen is just stuck. Is it possible for you guys to share the screen?
I'll share
Um,
the screen. Just give me a
okay.
I hope it is visible.
Yeah, it is visible. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Can you just please go to the next
Yeah,
slide?
sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So first slide is all about everybody talks about case competition. Let's do that. Let's do win it on top 100 every year this is released. But why to do this case competition? What will be the benefits? Because most of the people who go to the B school, or they want to go to this B school, almost 60 to 70% of people are freshers like me. I do not have any prior work experience as such. So these are the some of the benefits I highlighted here. Like what we will learn to do the case comps by doing the case comps. The first of it is like the problem solving skills. We'll get a knowledge about how to resolve an issue in the work or in the B school. We'll get a lot of times we'll get a Harvard case studies or other case studies. Like we will able to resolve that. Teamwork and collaboration. Why I mentioned here, because diversity factor is there in the B school. There are people who belongs to different branch, different parts of the country, and also they're from the different work experience criteria. There are people who are having 4 years of work ex, and people are in completely fresher. They just came from the directly came from the undergraduation. So we learn that thing, that how to work in a team, and there will be abundance opportunity of networking, and you will learn to how to present a particular thing, and communication skill will be definitely going to improve. And now let's talk about the personal growth and confidence. These are the some of the benefits I highlighted here, but there are other benefits that is not present here. I can say from my personal experiences, from the parts wherever I got from my summer internship or I got from my final placement, every time case competition played a major role, because people love to see those kind of candidates who resolve a lot of issues and throughout their career. Like they will see that you are engaged somewhere, you're trying to improve yourself, and the recruiters ask a lot of questions regarding the same. And apart from that, I saw this pattern is evolving right now very nicely, that case competitions also they're taking in criteria to select candidates. There are a lot of companies, I guess, just to give an example, Flipkart Wired is a one of the competition. They take the candidates, and in that competition all of the most of the big B schools people can take part in, and they can be the part of the Flipkart group. So that is such an example that how Kiscom will help us definitely in resume and the CV selections. This is also one of the part where case competition is going to help us. And apart from that, obviously whenever you will learn something very new, because every time there will be new problem statement, and to solve that problem statement everybody has a different ways and different approach, and you will learn definitely something new, and it will definitely help for the personal growth and the confidence. Can we go to the next slide? So now I will talking about what are the types of the case competition. Generally, people think that this is one kind of case competition, and that is the one strategic way we will go and we will crack it. That is not the case, because normally in the today's how the things are happening, because initially there was only one organization like OnStop or other OnStop was the only platform where the case competition is going on, but now there are a lot of platforms where you can see these are the things that is carried out, and the competitions are of different types. Like there's some of them are business problem statement, consulting part, strategy, social impact issues, where actually people dealing with the social issues they take as a problem statement, marketing case competition, wherever you can see a prominent marketing competition like Ultratech, there are of the SSCB, and different also like Optum like company like who's very good in healthcare and everything. You can see different at present. Instead of that, also there are some of the companies who give the financial case competition and entrepreneurship case competition. Entrepreneurship case competition, there are a lot of companies who not only provide the case competition problem statement or anything as it is, they give the opportunity of the live project if you will get the good position in that. Can we go to the next slide, please?
Yeah, sure. Also, the social impact case right now that I can think of is Indian Oil Corporation. We have on
Yes.
sustainability. Yeah.
Yeah, currently that is going on. And let's talk about how to approach it, because somehow whenever we came across a problem statement or anything, a 1 or 2 pager of case com, mostly it is seen in the B school, it is like a 2 pager case com, but in normally like Mondelez kind of competition where uh, like come on.
Everyone, please unmute yourself. Pratap Singh, please unmute yourself. Yeah, I'm so sorry for the disturbance. You can
Okay,
continue.
that's not a problem. We have a question from Sarabjit. I will answer it towards the end if it is okay for you. Okay, so I will just finish I will just take this slide. So how to approach the case competition, particularly whenever we get a problem statement. Normally in B school, it is like a 2-pager or 3-pager like a problem statement. They give a lot of information, a lot of data inside the problem statement. But let's talk about a big competition like Mondelez that is happening throughout India. They didn't give a particular statement. Whenever there are we were among the top 32 teams of India. Almost 11,000 plus registrations were there. So they gave just 4 to 5 liners of problem statement, and you can go as much as deep as you want to go. So there should be a particular way we should go about that case competitions, those type of case competitions. Let's talk about that. So understanding the case first is very important. Like what does the case is trying to say? Because they are not like just an essay you will read once and you will just go to the results directly. That way it won't work. You have to understand the case first. Determine the objective next. Like if I am doing this particular working on a particular case competition, what should be my objectives? Like what should be the timeline I'm following? Like if there are submission time is 5 days or 6 days, how I'm dividing the task if my team members are present, like how I'm going about it. And determining the deliverables. As we all know, there are different chatbots and AI are present to search and to get the information. So there are tons of data we'll obtain. But what about the deliverables? We have to streamline it. That because you cannot suggest a company 100 or 1,000 ways to resolve an issue. They will probably not listen to it, or that is not also feasible. So you have to determine the deliverables, that what are the deliverables I should give or I should present in front of the panel members, and analyze the ways to handle it. Because in most of the cases, I saw that there is no coordination among the team. Like whenever we won or something, there are a lot of times only one person is speaking, the other one is not even saying anything. If it is a group case competitions, there are divisions of the slides didn't occur in a very good way. So that might create an issue, and most of the time those people don't go to the podium and determine the possible ways of research. Because whenever I was talking about this chat GPT thing and AI things, most people think that that is the easiest way to go, but you can think other alternatives. There are a lot of research paper available inside the Google. You can go through it, and we'll talk about it in the next slides also. But you should probably think about what are the possible ways to research about it. Just an example I want to give. There are a lot of marketing case competition in which the primary research is very important. We have to think in a primary way. For that reason, if you go to the people and do some survey or analysis of the data, you can do. That is the best way to do the research. And we have to develop a roadmap. Why roadmap is important? Because if you're clearing the first round, and most of the cases it's a quiz round in B schools, and in case of corporate case competition, it is like a summary round generally they call, and there are gap of 7 to 8 days to go for the next round. If you'll not divide the task with respect to time, that will create chaos, and the last, whenever you will submit, you will not submit the quality deliverables. There is no point of clearing first rounds. That is why you develop a roadmap and streamline your research. You can go through 5 research papers and also 10 if you want to, but you cannot use every data on your slides. For that reason, you have to streamline what is important. Like there are some of the case competition we took part, only 2 slider submission are there. Like the first case I won was for like that was for the HR. There are only 2 slider presentation, and we just present only the pointers. There was no such big information or paragraph because it was clearly evident to us they do not want to listen more, they want to know how we're approaching to it. So that is why you have to streamline it. Prepare a presentation. Why it is important? Because somehow we know that we, whenever you're working in a team, not everyone will be good at everything. So for that reason, you have to prepare it. Somebody might be good at some point. Like in my team, I was good at I was very good at the question answering round. Because of that reason, whenever it came, first I started with the questioning and like answering the questions, because my thought process was a little faster than my other teammates most of the time, and the I was good at presentation part. So for that reason, I was doing handling the this stuffs, and they handle the introduction part and everything. That we have to know the weaknesses and the strength of our team members, because working in a team we'll learn that. Refine your questions. Why it is important? Because you should ask, if the judge or the panel members are going to ask you such questions like why you present this solution, why not that, this could be the possible solutions, but you are presenting only two. So you should know, you have to refine it, and you have to ask yourself, because you have to anticipate your ideas by yourself, or your teammates or your seniors like you trust the most, because that is going to help to refine your presentation, and also the improvement chances also rise because of that. Can we move to the next slide, please?
Sure.
So, okay. So whenever I talk about what are the research materials you have to taken into consideration, these are some of the HR like HR profile, like magazines or the sites that we normally go, not to just dependent on chat GPT or something like the AI. There are some of the sites who provide very good information or data. Not only this is only about the HR, but there are other sites definitely present. You can also find there are different research paper or different research kits, and that is definitely help us to make our idea different from others. And because whenever your idea or one of the point will be different from others, that is definitely going to increase the probability of you getting selected by the panel members. That happened with us number of times, that I'm going to showcase in the next slides. So these are some of the, you can take the screenshot if somebody present in the HR. These are some of the sites you can go, and that is definitely going to help you to find more information, and to streamline your information. Can we go to the next slide, please?
Yeah, sure.
So these are some of the research paper I used in one of my case competition of Air India. And generally, when I went through it, I just that was not help me during this case competition, but also help me in my SI, like in the final placement, because somehow this is related to the human resource management. This the learning and strategy culture. This is a one book of 18 pages and the books of EY. So I like the main point of this slide is there are certain companies like EY, Deloitte, and these are the companies who provide a lot of reading materials in their sites, and you can go to their blogs and read about it. If that is similar to your problem statement, you can use the data in your slides in a very systematic way, so that that can be very much different from others, obviously, because you take extra steps, and that is going to be make you stand out from the others. Like, next slide, please. So yeah, let's talk about one of the most important. We talked about research a lot. Now let's talk about what is a presentation should be and how it should be. So generally, these are the some of the rules of presentations that we have to take into consideration. So why I took considerations like primary colors, secondary colors, and the tertiary colors? Because whenever you are making a slide, the color combination is plays a major role. Because in corporate case competition or B school case competition, number of times it happens, we take a lot of time for doing the research, for presenting the ideas. Our ideas might be good, but the presentation should be as much as good as like what is the data we have with us. Let's talk about, these are the some of these sites where we can go and we can see that there are different kind of combinations of colors are there. Like, so most of the time when my juniors asked about regarding this presentation skills, so like I say that I don't do anything differently, but I definitely take ideas from the sites that is already present and make my own slides. Because a lot of time it happens, we have a lot of information with us and we have to present in front of people, and most of the time people say that the slide is very overloading, the colors are not going with the particular theme. Like if there is a case competition of for an example, if there is a case competition of Kotak Mahindra and we have to think about the logo colors, what is it, red, we have to use that kind of theme throughout, and somehow, but not overpowering, not in a overpowering way. So we have to think in that way. And also whenever we are using this colors, we also think about the font size and the font size and font color also. There should not be more than two or three font sizes that should be used in a particular presentation, because that will make it very chaotic. And apart from that, color also plays a major role. If the background is white, most of the time use black color. And also, not every heading should be in capital. We have to think that, we have to take that is also taken into consideration. All these minute factors will be making your presentation different from others and make you win. Next slide, please. So, okay, now let's talk about the different kind of presentations that made us win also in B school and also in corporate. So this is one of the case competition of TIS. Everybody knows about TIS case competitions are very tough. They give most of the time they give IR case comp, and they also want a very good performance from their people, and from like number of times we saw that very difficult to go to the final round also, because only from the 700 800 teams, 5 or 6 teams go to the final round. This is one of the slide that I made. During that we went to the final. For that I think we were we are in third position. So let's talk about this slide. So initially, why this four pillars on focus to focus on is on lime green color, because that was a theme throughout the presentation we followed. That the headlines will be in that position. Now let's talk about the different kind of colors that we used for the boxes. Only two types of colors that I used, and that is also I use this colors because the letters what is used, like in the black, it will be stand out. So it will be clearly readable, because the person will be in the online mode. If it will be not visible to that person and if he will not read it, he will not understand it. There is no point of making that much amount of research, or any kind of our efforts will go in vain. So let's talk about the headlines. All the headlines in the bold, and also they are italic in nature. That is, and the major points or the highlighted points also in bold and italic in nature. Why this is made? Because sometimes they give 10 minutes or 8 minutes to present a 5 slider presentation, and you have this much amount of data, and which is very important also. But how to present that? In that case, we have to think about in this way, like this bold and everything italic way, they will read it very nicely. If they will focus on the screen, they will see that, yeah, they use a different programs like Avas, they use a different equal opportunity women open communication channels. These are the some of the points will be highlighted for them. And most of the time people, the panel members ask questions from this highlighted words only. These are the one of the IR case competition. Those who are pursuing HR, they know IR case competition is one of the toughest case competition in human resource. Can we move to the next slide? Now let's talk about a marketing case competition. As I already mentioned, I am a HR. I was an HR student, but I always take part in different case competition because I was having keen interest on marketing also. So you can see from the headlines. I only put one slide, but you can see from the headlines that what is the flow that we followed in this particular case competition. First, we'd go for the primary research. In primary research, we had conducted surveys for the people how to perform a survey. Whenever your consumer based products are taken into consideration, we divide mainly the consumer into different categories on the basis of their age, on the basis of their professions, and everything. Then we obtain the data. Now in secondary research, we go to the Google and we do a lot of research about the particular problem statement given. And in the second slide, we mentioned that user persona, personification is very important. Let's talk about that. Whenever a company give you a problem statement, and generally we say that consumer based company, let's take an example of Britannia, once up like a company that given a problem statement. Whenever personification is taken into consideration, when they will see that we analyze the need on the basis of the different people who are available, on the basis of the different demographics, and also on the basis of different professions, they will be very much interested to go through it, because they will understand these people are very much into this. Like they know they understand the problem statement very well. Now talk about the value proposition. The marketing model is explained here, and the value propositions and the revenue model. So what happens whenever we number of times people do every research, and just because of a few points they don't go to the final round and everything. So revenue model is important. After doing everything, this is also one of the most important thing that we have to do, because they should know what are the point they're getting out of all these new campaigns and everything. You have to show them in the numbers that yeah, this is a profit is happening, and this is the source of the profit, and that way only the things will happen in a right way. Now let's talk about this marketing model that I have explained here. Generally, the marketing model is what we came uh, from our research. We divide them into the three categories, like on the basis of the year wise. And on the basis of that, we take that. In this channel design and the channel management, two things we have came across. Generally, we what is the arrow? You can see that in the stage wise, that is the journey of an user, like the journey how we did from the presence to the different product quality feedback. Like these are the total journey that a person will go through, and entire thing will be happening. This is something we had done. And about the channel management and everything, this is like how to be done online platforms, how to manage it. This is all about that. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay. So this is one of the case competition of SKMHRD, and we were the national finalists of that. So particularly why I mentioned this slide is this was completely an woman-centric case competitions. And whenever we are going through this kind of case comp, wherever people ask you regarding this, there are a lot of companies, they want to increase their workforce in women, and they ask a lot number of problem statement regarding the same. This was one of the like one of the problem statement in the particular company where the women workforce is very less. and how to do that, because that is a manufacturing sector, and generally it is less in number of percentage of the women are very less in manufacturing sector. For that reason, this was the problem statement given. So when this kind of problem statements are given, everybody knows there will be a lot of information will be flooded in the Google and also in the internet. For that reason, we tried to present in the form of this way. There will be a lot of information. Obviously, you can see there are like multiple points, but it won't look chaotic, and it will be very much understandable by the people who are judging us that yeah, they did a great research, but the data are not overcrowded. So this is how we did it. Can we go to the next slide? Okay. So I was talking about what is the one of the point will that make a difference or make you stand out from the people who are already in the competition. This is the one of the competition of IIM Lucknow. We are like third position in that, and this was in a consulting case competition. So the benchmarking idea was not presented by any of the people who are present in the final round. And I think there are 5 or 6 teams are present. And from the all the big IIMs are they were present. They having a very good presentation. We saw everyone's slides, but we saw that the only point of difference in our slide was there was no they didn't do the benchmarking, so we did that. So that is one of the like remark also we got from the people who are present as a panel members, that this was a standout slide that we did. So that is how you make different things. It was not present in the problem statement that you have to do the benchmarking, but we thought to do it because it is about a consulting. We had to give them a particular idea. We had to suggest them. So for that reason, we always wanted to know what are the competitors are doing. Normally, uh, whenever it is a marketing case competition, we have to suggest some ideas to the company. It's better to do benchmarking, like what are the competitors are doing, what are they do better than us, or we are doing better than them, so that we can take up one step ahead. So we research about it, and we saw that the certifications they're following, the it was about different makeup brands who are present, or so we have to do that thing particularly. We have to do the benchmarking. This is very important in most of the case competition. We have to do it. So next slide, please. Okay, so now let's talk about one of the financial slide. As I already told, so we also take part in different case competitions, and all the time this is the point when we are from not from the finance background, or we are not from uh we are our specialization in the MBA is also not in finance. So this is one of the point when people asked us number of times that how you won the competition whenever this financial data or financial information they asked us to present. So particularly when the cost benefit analysis is taken into consideration, this kind of information or data mostly it is available in number of sites in the Google. But we had some guest lectures previously in XIM where they say that guesstimation is something that we can use as a tool for a financial analysis. A number of times we use that kind of guesstimations is the way that we reach out to the following informations, and we do most of the time the calculation by ourselves and try it, because number of times the cross questions are based on this cost benefit analysis slide or the financial slide. So for that reason, it is important whenever you're doing the financial slide, you have to cross check with your teams. And also when are the most of the time when we go through a very good case competition, we cleared the first or second round. There are people in our batch who are from the finance background. We try to cross check from them also. That is the way we do the cross checking. But yes, to make such kind of informations shit, we have to practice from the small. This is not trust me guys, this is not from in the first presentation we got from the particular thing. Like, this is not the first time we did the financial slide. After doing a 10-15 case competition, we reached to this kind of information, this slide, like from year 1 to year 5. And also we had such courses which has helped us to do that. Can we go to the next slide? Okay. So this is a recent case competitions of tests. I guess this happened in February. And that was, there are most of the time when we said that corporate and the B school different, but yeah, there are times wherever corporate and B school combined together and they made such kind of competition. We became second in this. This was about the Kotak Life uh, organization. Everybody might heard the name. So this is about that organization. They conducted a case competition with this, and they wanted, the problem statement was about how to increase the health wellness agenda within the organization, how to do that. So in this entire thing, what is the most important thing and they liked about our slide was we focused on every wellness part. Like this particular slide, we talk about the physical, mental, and financial part. Like all the aspect is covered. So that is a point I want to, what I want to make it now. Whenever health and wellness is taken, that kind of topic is taken and given, you have to think in a different directions. Not only we're going in a one direction, you have to think in that. So here they like that we considered not only the physical health but also mental health and the financial health also. And the most importantly, I guess this is in another slide it was mentioned, like what are the metrics that we follow. Because you as a HR manager or as a manager overall, you will say that these are the 5 things in the organization I want to promote. But how are you going to do that? How are you going to measure it? Measure the things that is present. So why it is important to have the metrics. So they liked it, the metrics in the measurable forms, and also to incentivize and to recognize. These are the some of the standard points that we made. Can we go to the next slide, please? So let's talk about, this is one of the slide of sociology, sociological issues. We came third in this competitions. This was from the one of the IITs. So it was about the risk and the factors that is present. I think this was farms related to the land, and particularly in we got the different remarks. We did this in first year. We got different remarks regarding the data and informations and everything. So sometimes whenever you talk about the risk and everything, you have to just like I said in the previous slide, you don't have to go in one direction. You have to categorize it very nicely and what are the effects will happen on that. This is something we have to do. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, so this slide is not that much clear, but yeah, but what is the main point I wanted to clear? I already talked about the personas. So this is one of the slide of corporate case comp, and we followed like number of research paper for the same. This is how the personas are divided in. We can see on the left side of this particular slide. The different professions wise that is divisibility is there, and also another thing, the age. You can see there is 28 male, 38 male, 48, and there will be 25 female. The age wise also there is differentiation, and there is differentiation on the with the professions. Whenever we do such kind of think in a case competitions, we always make our positions really better as comparison to other. And also this was about the learning thing. So for that reason, I categorized also in the background, goals and preferences. Like what is the background of the person? Like if I am a PSC agriculture graduate, I if I want to increase my skill in that direction, I will go and learn some entomology or any kind of specialization in that factor. If I am a human resource management student, what I will do, I will study the organizational behavior and everything. From the background, we can do that, can know the learning goals of the particular person and what will the preferences that I will be following. And also, let's talk about the right side part. Because the first thing is about the ILT webinars and everything. Uh, that is, we can say the divisibility of different trainings and the learnings is initial stage. It has been there, like how the process will be happening, reverse mentoring and the assessment, and the support and guidance, benefits of the individuals and the feedback. What we saw and what is the point I want to make here, that we followed a particular phase, like we followed a particular path. First, we keep the learning style, and we have to keep the assessment and the evaluation that we do, the support and the guidance if something will happen in the future. What the individual will be benefited by that, and how we will know that what we're offering is okay for them or not. That we can get from the feedback. That is the particular way we follow normally for any kind of programs that we start in an organization. Next slide, please. Okay. So this is one of the case competitions of MarQ that was by also IIM Sambalpur, that we went into the final for this particular case competition also. So this was about the user engagement that I already said there are certain case competition in which the corporate and the B school they combined together and they work. This is about the Tata Neu app, and how we analyze that by simple things taken into consideration, because I think the registration number for this was too high. And because initially we had to know what are the challenges they're facing, and we also did the benchmarking for the same. Because first of all, in a corporate case competition or the company, if there is such a certain kind of company is given to you, you will not highlight only the good things about it. You have to analyze what are the problems that is given, because then only you can know that what are the solutions you're going to provide. That is the way you analyze a particular problem statement. And also, whenever you're suggesting something, like if I'm suggesting you to follow the AIHR site for a particular human resource studies or paper, how I will analyze you went through it or you gain anything from it, because you have to give me the feedback. Yeah, I went through it. I got this knowledge. I got this 5 pointers I couldn't find anywhere. I got this pictorial representation I couldn't find anywhere. And these are some information we got. So from that, we can know that we gave the right direction to a particular person or particular, and in this case, consumers. So feedback is very much important. You have to analyze it. So these are some of the ideas we give to the particular panel members. Next slide, please.
All
Uh,
right.
yeah.
I, now we have time for question and answer. But before that, I have a huge announcement to make. We have promised this before that there is going to be a surprise in this session, and here it is. So PrepBee is having a national case competition 2024. We are launching it on Unstop. And for more details, you'll have to follow our social media and we'll be updating there. And the cash prizes are going to be worth 25 lakhs. And also it comes with a live project opportunity. So I hope you all participate and give your best there. And it's an opportunity before you join your B school. And when I talk about before what things you have to do before B school, I also want to say that we have a PMPF course, which is a pre-MBA profile building course, where we actually teach you how to ace all these case competitions. So what is the right approach? And it also comes with an internship and live project opportunities. You also get a chance to learn about various specializations. Like we have 7 dedicated sessions to each specialization, and where we tell you in and out of all the specializations, so you can make an informed decision. And it will really help you before you join your B school to stay ahead of the other batchmates. And you can also use PB10 code to get some discount. And you can check out the courses in our website, which is prepbee.in. And please stay tuned for more details on the case competition that we are going to launch very soon. So now we can take up doubts. You may raise your hands and then you can ask your doubts. Okay, so we can proceed line-wise. So, Biswal, you can start.
Hi, am I audible?
Oh, yes, you
Hello.
are.
So my question is, how do you find the right team for your case completion? Like, how do you find the best teammate for your team?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and that is also a very important aspect if you win certain kind of case competition. And I will first tell what are the importance of finding a good team. Because you guys see that there are 25 plus winnings and everything is there, but almost we took part in 30 to 40 case competition or per year to reach to this level. Most of the time it will be failures and we learn from it obviously. So why, how to find it? Basically, in my 2 years of journey, I changed my case competition partner a lot because initially you will see there are a lot of changes happening that this person is working in a team or not or something like that. These are the things that we'll go through. And also on the basis of the strengths and weaknesses, it's also very important strategically. If you think if somebody is very good speaker like an orator, and you are the person who is very good in research or you are good in presentation part, you will choose those kind of people who will represent the information very well, and you will also choose from the people who are doing the research very well. In this type of strengths and weaknesses, that is taken, it should be taken into consideration. And apart from that, at the end, I think the same team we used to win, like to become the campus winner of this Mondelez, whenever people from the business management also took part, but we were from the HRM. We don't have the prior expertise knowledge like they do. How we do that? Because we were very comfortable working with each other. That is also very important. If as a team we are not able to give your best, there is no point of choosing those people. And also we have to see that productivity also, that part is important. They should give their 100%.
All right,
Thank
Priya, you
you.
can ask.
Actually, I had another question.
Okay, sorry, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So for the slides, did you use PowerPoint or any specific tools like Power BI?
So non most like there were mix of all the types. Most of the time we use PowerPoints because that is something they considered as to be very professional. And sometimes we use Canva also. There are some the people who are very good in making slides on the Canva, so you can use that. But there is lot of elements in the Canva, so we don't have to use every elements. We have to be very much particular about what the elements you're using. But most of the corporate case competition, if taken into consideration, they love to see presentation in PowerPoint.
Thank you.
I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
Welcome.
All right, Priya.
Yeah, hi hosts. So can you please recommend some sources for business case studies like books or websites or some YouTube channels? Because I come from an engineering background, so I have very little to no knowledge of how to approach a business case study or all of that. So rather than starting from scratch when I enter into a B school, I want to get a little hold of it. So if you could recommend some sources, it would be really helpful.
Sure. When I was in my initial phase of doing the case competitions, I used to follow some of there are some of the particular companies are present. Just for an example, HP, they provide certain kind of rules or certain kind of strategy to crack it, and I go for that. Also, apart from that, I think if you certainly go through LinkedIn, particularly why I am talking about the LinkedIn, because in LinkedIn I got a lot of information about the different case competition and different presentations also. They in the LinkedIn I followed certain kind of people who won in the previous case competition, like for an example, Manik Narayanan. He was a Mondelez winner for his year, and we know the types of things they use for the marketing, because we're from the different background. So particularly I follow LinkedIn a lot, and we got a lot of sources of lot of presentations from LinkedIn. And there are some other people like Prashant, they from the JBIMS. He was also very good in his time. So like in our college, Vedanksh Dubey is the person who knows for the case com, Tushar Kanti. These are the people who we follow and ask regarding the case competition, and you can see their blogs or the different tips that present in the LinkedIn freely, and you can avail it. These are the tips actually going to help you, because I saw number of times people spend on the YouTube number of hours, like 3 hours, 4 hours, but do not get exact point like what to do or how to go about it. But if you follow those people who are already very good in this, and you want to start, they actually say very how to start from the basic and to go about it. And that actually helped me, and I hope that is also helpful for the others also.
Yeah, thank you. Like someone also mentioned in the chat, can you please share the list of these people?
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
attach it in the description box.
I
Yeah,
will share with the team.
yeah, thanks a lot. I had one more doubt. Apart from
Yeah.
excellent PPT, what all skills or courses are to be covered before getting into a B school?
Yeah, presentation is one of the skill that we want. If you want to perform very good in the B school, this is also one of the like information I got before joining XIMB. Like you should go MS Office very well, like Excel, PowerPoint, and these are the skills that we should know. Apart from that, if you can do certain courses like project management and everything from the good university, that is also plays a major role. And if you can do some internships regarding the specialization you want to pursue, that is going to help you.
Okay, thank you so
Also,
much.
if I can take a moment here, Priya, let me just share my screen. I'll show you. If you're interested, you can also refer to this. We are offering PMPF course, as I have mentioned, and these are the advantages that you can get. That is 7 live sessions to specializations, CV sessions, and LinkedIn building session. And there are certification opportunities, like as you mentioned, people with freshers or gap year, they are much worried about their CV. So there is internship, live project opportunities that are available. And as mentioned by Aseema as well, LinkedIn is something which is very useful for networking. So we are also going to tell you how to build your LinkedIn profile. There are also going to be GDs and unlimited review sessions. There are going to be case studies. The winning PPTs will be shared. Exclusive content of the B schools will also be shared. So you can also check this out if you are interested. We can go to the next question.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Sahil, you can ask.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Hi, ma'am. So I would like to ask you, like, you made it to the so many finales of case competition. So how was your approach? Like, what made you unique amongst all the people? Like, there were many students. So what made you unique that you made to the finale of many competition?
First of all, you can call me Aseema, don't call me ma'am as such.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
second of all, uh, what made it different? So as we know, as like most of us people want to be the part of a good B school, and in a good B school, I can say everything is going to be very rigorous and everything is going to be very much in a systematic way that is going to develop your personality only. So I think one of the most important thing I did was I didn't lose the hope, because number of times it was a situation that there were no teammates that I had to face it alone. And I did that. And somehow I made my position there. There were situations it was very difficult to handle because of the assignment, quizzes, and everything. So there you have to be very strong, determinative in nature. And next thing I can say that the research thing, because I always focus on that. Somebody asked me regarding the sources, that's a very good thing. Like, we are not limiting ourselves from the only from the AI and everything. We are going beyond, because our research and everything should be different from others. That is how it works. So these are the things that makes us different from others. And there are people, I think I have a different opinion regarding the same. Like, there were the times that I love to spend my time regarding the problem statement and everything. So that is how it is different, and I obviously got good teams and good teammates, and they were very good people to guide me. As we know that XIMB performs really good in case competition, so that's how it works.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Jevin?
Hello, host. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could suggest some of the websites similar to OneStop or any website where we can refer to competitions which will be available.
Yeah, there are certain kind of the websites they follow, like they do apart from the on-stop, like Ultratech and other kind of competition, like Tata. They do certain kind. They have the Mosaic. They have in that in like Mosaic is one of the website in that they follow certain kind of competition, and there are other sites like they also do that. And apart from that, OnStrip is one of the site that we can say that 90% of the case competition covered there. And yeah, like Ultratech is having their own. There are companies who provided their own competitions. Like they have their from the websites. We can refer to that. Certain kind of like EY do the EY hackathon, PwC. These are the companies who they do the all over India competition, but they do from their own websites.
Thank you.
Okay. Sai?
Hello, host. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations, Aseema. You had your competition yesterday, I guess, if I'm not wrong. And thank you so much for the presentation. It has been very informative. So,
Thank
I have a specific question for you. Like, can you tell me something specific about XIMB? Like, maybe regarding the campus life, or what are the best resources that I can make use of? I'm just interested in XIMB as an institute, and any other specific tips during your MBA that will help you out.
You're talking about how XIB is different from the other B school, like that,
Yeah, anything that is specific to XIMB you can share. Yeah,
or USP of XIMB, like that.
yeah,
So
sure.
for me, the USP is always will be wonderful seniors who guided me for a better case competition. And I think XIMB, how it helped me. to build myself, because I'm not ashamed to say that although I was a national scholarship holder in my UG, but I had very little things on my CV. The people surrounded by I have surrounded by very good talented people. They made me help to learn new things, and that made me a good person professionally also. So because of that reason, I can say that now I have a lot of things to say about whenever MBA is taken into consideration. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll have one last question from Dhruv, and we can wrap it up after that.
Yes, I'm audible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, actually, like as you said, we need unique content for the slides. But like apart from going through the research papers and paraphrasing all that content, is there any other way we can get good content? Because usually, whenever I get a problem statement, I go through the Google other websites and try to get best content. But when I go in the offline round and watch other participant slides, they usually have a bigger data, bigger market size, all the market content. How they do find all that? I never understood that.
Okay, so yeah, that's a very good question, Dhruv. So first of all, the competition you're talking about, mostly they're based on the market research. And if you will say that what to follow other than the Google and other than the internet, I will definitely say that in field research. There are the times, let's talk about Mondelez as an example. Now also Mondelez send the people in the organization in the sales and marketing to go to the retail shop and to observe how people are buying the stuffs there and how is the buying pattern there. And that is how made these companies bigger and better than others. And recently I also read the blogs about the same, that how the big companies send people the same way, like that of the supermarkets and everything, to do the infield research. And somehow that is how it is different, and we can do apart from the Google. I was only talking about the primary research. So primary research is something, it's different, that makes us stand out from the others. If you talk about research and everything, if they're similar and these things are happening, so primary research is very important. Most of the time marketing primary research is important. Now, and apart from that, we can also do some focus group discussions. FGD plays a major role. So just in giving an example, we did for our case, one of the case competition, we took the interviews from the people of the similar type of organizations, maybe not the same but similar. So we got some information from there in that we got, and we used it in our slides. That made us different from others, apart from the research papers and the data available in the Google.
And one last question from my side. Like for the presentation, do you use like Canva or any other, like what
Yeah,
all softwares do you use?
I
The
just
templates are needed.
informed it also. Most of the time in corporate, they prefer it like PowerPoint, because they like it very professionally. In B school also, we used Canva, but not in a very chaotic way. We tried to streamline it in our way. Like you saw, whatever the slide I presented before you guys, there were few slides which is totally based on Canva. But you have to do in a very better way, like should not look very chaotic or overcrowded.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So that's it for today, guys. Aseema, thank you once again. I really want to extend my gratitude for joining us today and sharing your invaluable
Hello.
insights.
I just had a very small query. If you guys if you guys
Okay.
could allow me.
Okay, yeah, continue.
Yeah, sure.
So, hi. So basically, there are three questions from my side. One is that how important is a pitch competition, the business plan pitch competition in terms of a post MBA consulting role? Is it recommendable to participate in it? Because I feel that it is my forte that I have been able to pull off great results in it during my pre-MBA preparation as of now in the competition. Secondly, when I participated in consulting case competitions, even though I have cleared certain number of rounds, I've been to, let's say, Masters Union final, national finalist round. But then the major portion that I lack is that, for example, if I don't go to the final round, so before if I make it to the penultimate round itself, so I don't get the feedback that where did I lack really. So how can I make sure that I don't make the same mistake? Because I might have done something really wrong, that, or maybe I would have lacked somewhere that the people might not have liked. So how do I get to know that where am I lacking? Because until you make it to the national finalist round, you don't really get the inputs. And thirdly, my point is, how do I get to know about the corporate case competitions prior to me joining the B schools?
Okay, so yeah, the first question was, is it important to do the consulting case competitions before you post MBA? Yeah, obviously you can
It
one
was
of
about
the
the pitch competition, business plan pitch competition, the startup pitch competition.
uh you are asking which competition to do or something
Pitch
like that?
pitch pitch
Peach,
competition.
peach. Okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
got it. So yeah, about the peach competition, I can say why it is important. Because in pitch, normally they want to know what is the ideas you are having right now. Like, certainly, I can give an example of one of the, as I already answered that I follow LinkedIn a lot. There is a one of the most followed professional in consulting case competition is Sarthak Barma, which is who gives the stepwise to solve a consulting case competition, and there we can know that how prominent he is and how why he is prominent, because he is doing such kind of things from years. So he is like, how let's solve resolve this case comp from the first step to last step, how why it is important. So somehow you will, whenever you will have the prior experience that yeah, this is how we I will solve the questions or the problem statement, definitely in the profession it is going to help you. Now let's talk about the second question about the feedback thing. I think you told about that. So
Yeah.
the feedback thing, see, in the n number of competition we took part as a team or individual, I can say that there are certain factors above our hard work and all the research and everything. There are certain 5 to 10% luck factor is also there. So I guess that is something taken into consideration. Like in every part, we'll know that yeah, that is important. But apart from that, what is our faults and everything? So most of the time, like one of the case competition, when it is visible over the screen or YouTube channels and everything, like Mondelez is one of the case competition, which is really their entire presentation on the live streaming is there. So for that, we can know that what is the point we lagged behind, why they are on the screen, why we are not. That is analyzing we can do. Apart from that, we have to find like how it is different, how we are not going through it, because we have to understand what are the points we're lagging behind, somehow doing the benchmarking with the other streams. If we get the ppts from them there and or from the internet and everything, that what are the points we lag behind, and try to improvise ourselves. Apart from that, I don't think there are certain kind of ways to analyze it. We have to see the differences and also analyze it ourselves. If they are not giving the reviews, we have to do it. Any other questions I didn't answer?
I guess you were patient enough to answer all the questions.
Thank you to all the audience who asked that number of questions. I think I was doing the monologue throughout the time, but when I heard the questions, it was I got happy, like yeah, people are listening.
No, actually, the insights that you gave, they were truly very enlightening. And I learned a lot of things, even though I have completed my first year, and I'm sure I'll apply all the learnings in my second year case competitions. So thank you so much for your wisdom and guidance. And we are so grateful that you took time out of your schedule to guide us. It means a lot.
Thank you so much to having me, and I'm love to tell whatever I learned. And there was no single time I felt that the questions are quite relevant, and they're like I felt that very happy. People asked me questions from all the parts of the slide. That is very important for me. That whatever I told, it was useful. Thanks to all audience.
Thank you so much for joining once again.
Thank you guys.
Thanks. Okay.